Number of reasons. Basically, one, my mom, she was into foods, and actually my mom would normally, around Christmas, she would do all the baking for most people. She will do all, and there are weddings in the village, she would cook for everybody. So naturally, it was easy for us, for all of us, five of us, to go towards food. But I had a little more passion for it because I loved food as a child. You know, they say children was greedy. I think I was greedy. So I love food, and I just had the love for food on the whole. And strange enough, my mom and I was close. We're still close up to this day. So I was gravitated towards her throughout my early years. When I went into secondary school, I wanted to go to Queen's Royal College because I wanted to be a doctor originally, and that's all I wanted to be. I couldn't see no other career path about being a doctor. And when I didn't pass the QRC, I cried almost for a week, honestly. And when I went into secondary school, so Form 1, I decided I want to be a draftsman. Somewhere along the line, Form 1 again, I want to do woodwork. Then I want to do electronics. And then, bam, I realized that, hey, I see the girls upstairs doing home economics. Probably I like some of the girls too. So I end up upstairs watching them do home economics, and I say, hey, I want to follow this path. So from Form 2, which would have been about 13 to 14 years old, I already outlined the path I wanted to follow. And when I went into senior comp, because there was senior comp, the then teacher, Miss Agnes Giddens, she told me, don't worry, she would assist me with assisting me in my dreams. And she would literally, on a Saturday, I would go by her house and she would help me with my food nutrition and my home management. And so I think it's just that everything just fell into place. It's like a puzzle, everything just fell into place, and I just continued on that path. I've been in the field for the past 39 or close to 40 years already. I've been in this field. It's the only thing I know, basically. The thing I know is food. I love food. I have a number, but I can tell you two main things. One, I would have trained another guy who was a trainer, but he's living in South Carolina. His name is Irvin Pereira. He's the guy who taught me to bake, basically. And the passion he had for baking, it's literally like he beat me with a stick. And I just love baking. I just love food. I just enjoy the baking, the whole aspect of baking. Also food on the whole, because he was passionate about food. And the other aspect of my career that I enjoy is that 2015, I was able to go to Italy to do my BSc, and I was able to work with a 2-star Michelin chef, a guy called Walter Enard. And what was amazing about this is that this man will talk to me in French, Italian, and English. And very often, I tell myself I know everything, but very often he come and stop me and tell me, no, look at it from this angle, and those are two of the main points of my life that I enjoy. I really hold on tight to. There's a young lady, just finished. I remember her coming to class the first week in baking, and I looked at her and I told myself that this young lady, she has potential. And somewhere during the course, I looked at her again at midterm, and she scored the highest. The person that seemed that was there, but he could realize that she has the potential. And only recently she told me, she said, Chef, every time you speak to me, I hold on to it. And you never realize how important or how the impact you have on a person. I'm self-motivated as one. I think I love food, so I say I'm self-motivated, and one of the things I do, I check myself. So if I teach a class today, on my way home, or if not early in the morning, I will check, what did I do wrong yesterday? How could I improve the class? And it's all about improving and getting the best out of the students. Also too, that I have children, and I have this whole thing that if I want good for my children, I want good for somebody else. And somebody will do good for my children eventually too.